Welcome to the Disneyland Forever podcast, your source for all things from the happiest place on earth. For more updates, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Disneyland Forever, and you can check out our website, DisneylandForever.com. Happy early Memorial Day weekend, everyone.
Hello.
It's Jordan.
And Daniel.
And for those who are not from the United States, happy last weekend of May.
Yes.
Because that's the only thing I can really say, like, what that is. Because I don't think any other country has much of an equivalent there.
No.
So there's that at least. So I've been seeing online a lot of people posting about all this FOMO about being there for the beginning of the 70th anniversary celebration. And I can say I don't share in that.
Why?
Well, because everyone was saying that how they chose not to go because they thought it was going to be crazy busy, and then they looked at all the lines. Well,
yeah, the lines for the attractions.
The lines for the attractions were not very long. However, I've seen plenty of things that shown exactly why I was glad that we weren't there. So on May 16th, the line to get into Disneyland was crazy busy, and so it took people forever to get through security and to get into the park. Then the mobile orders for a lot of places started running out like just a few hours into the day because everyone was ordering to get all the new food, and then
I assume the regular standby or whatever line for getting food was also terrible then.
I would assume, because if you couldn't get a mobile order, that was your only other option is to wait in the standby line. And then also I saw that there were so many people bought the key to Disneyland thing
there were lines to get.
There was like half-hour lines to get to the different keys or the locks. And people were like raiding the stores for all of them. So I'm like, yeah, that looks like a lot of fun. And it made getting around really super fun, apparently. And then
they do look fun, but I don't know. They're so long, and I know. Why are they so huge?
I don't get it.
But hopefully it's not like a huge like letdown where like nobody does it in 3 weeks. But.
They probably won't. But well, that makes it easier for us if we decided that we want to do it. But then also a half hour before Paint the Night started, Disney made a park-wide announcement letting everyone know there was no more room to watch the parade. And they never do that unless it's like super, super crazy packed. And so I was like, this is why I didn't want to be there.
But you could go on Winnie the Pooh.
You could go on the rides. The lines for the rides weren't that long because everyone else was there to do everything else.
Yep.
So that's why I was glad I wasn't there. I'm excited to do all the stuff, but I can wait.
It's kind of like why we don't like Star Wars nights. It's because you can go on rides if you want to, but all the other stuff is way too crowded.
Yep. So if you were there on May 16th, which is the day they started all of this,
God bless you, I guess.
Yeah, but let us know what you thought your experience was like. Obviously, I haven't heard anyone say that they regretted going, but I'm more than happy to wait a little bit and see all of that stuff later when there's not the crowds.
Our friends Abby and Kenan were there. I think
they were actually.
Yeah.
You'll have to ask them. Ask her what she thought. Kenan's probably just going to say it was great.
She bought you your polo that you've been dying to have.
You have no idea, everyone. We will extol the stories of this later, another time. So what we're going to be talking about this week is that we decided, and this actually has a lot to do with something that we didn't even know about, but is connected to the 70th anniversary celebration, MagicBands. Should you get MagicBands? Or are they worth it? What do you even do with them? Because people are still curious about them. So that's what we're going to be talking about. We do have a new review.
We do. I'm doing a stateside one this time to mix it up. Because you said there was another one,
There's
right?
another international,
Australian one. This one's from D. Nels for Prez. They said, thank you. Hi, Jordan and Daniel. Thank you so much for what you do. This podcast is truly therapeutic. I discovered you in summer of 2024 and have listened to every episode, some twice or 3 times.
God bless you.
Yeah, I don't know why you're great. Why you?
Although, granted, remember, not all of them are available right now.
Oh, that's
on
true.
Apple. Anyway, continue.
I grew up in Southern California and went to Disneyland yearly, and listening to you guys reminds me how lucky I was. I haven't been to the park since 2019, as I live in Washington now, but by tuning into Disneyland Forever, I am equipped with all the tools and knowledge to tackle my next trip in September. Yay!
Yay!
Thank you so much for the current news and showing people your passion for Disneyland. P.S. Bengal barbecue reigns supreme, and regular Space Mountain is the best version.
Hey,
Yes, it
they
is.
caught both of us there with that one.
Yep. Jordan doesn't hate Bengal barbecue. He just points out that yes, it is.
It's
very
just
expensive.
pricey.
Very expensive,
But it's very delicious. I've never hated a meal there. It's just so much money.
Just go and steal the food.
I want one skewer, please. That'll be $18. Ugh.
I'll have 12.
Yeah, if you didn't say...
To take out a personal loan to eat there.
Jeez. If they didn't say they were going soon, I was going to be like, why aren't you going back? You're just in Washington.
I know. That's not that far. There's Seattle to, is it Long Beach? Or-
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
Although I think didn't...
constant direct flights.
Didn't
No,
they
to
say
SNA. Yeah, there's a lot.
It's the SNA, but didn't he say that that's a longer flight than it is for us?
I think so.
Yeah.
Just barely.
So maybe Washington's not that close. We think it's on the coast.
It's on the west.
It's on the same coast. Anyway, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Thank you guys. And Dan is still very grateful. Someone else who sent that other review,
Yeah,
and
the one.
he said, tell him that he can settle down now, and he's calmed. He's been
Slightly.
appeased.
Yes.
Thank you for
We're
leaving
not down
them.
to just one review.
Jeez. We'll survive. But if you haven't done so yet, you can leave us a 5-star rating on Apple or Spotify or Audible. That's the other one. Or you can leave us a 5-star review like these guys on Apple, and we really appreciate reading them, and we love
Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Keep him from having a heart attack. Let's just put it that way.
Yep.
All right. So some news, nothing that's really like super major crazy. By the way, our cat is right now like pleading on the ground for us to pay attention to her.
And you may have heard her running around with the zoomies earlier.
Yeah, she's having a night. So I'm going to start with this one because it's not news in any way, shape, or form, but Dan just wants to talk about it. So why don't you take the reign on this one?
Well, yeah, it isn't news, but there's a new Mickey popcorn bucket that blinks at you. It is so creepy. It will haunt your nightmares. Its head is 3 times the size of the body. I'm still having nightmares from it.
Yeah, I don't, and it's voice activated.
Yep.
I don't get it. Along those same lines, it doesn't haunt my nightmares, but I would just like someone to explain to me why these sequined covered conductor hats, like Mickey conductor hats.
The picture makes them look so ugly.
Why that is the thing that everyone wants, because every time I've seen a picture of it, I just think that is the single ugliest thing I've ever seen. I'm sorry if you love them. I'm sorry if for some
maybe
reason
it'll look
you like
better
it.
in person.
If you can explain to me why you like them, that would be great, because I look at that and think, hard pass. Yeah, that's just me. If you are one that loves them, tell me why, because I don't get it.
Because it has sequins. That's why.
That's your reason. It's not good enough for me.
Yeah, we need more.
Anyway, moving on. So, is this the case? I didn't actually read all of this. So, did you read this? Maybe you should talk about that.
So Perry the Platypus is available to meet and greet in DCA now. Yeah. He is not the walking form. He is all fours.
He's not
form.
just the platypus. He's Agent
P. And then Phineas and Ferb are actually going to be coming later in the summer. You can meet them too.
I thought they were already there. Are they not?
It says late or in summer. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is all in because the Phineas and Ferb reboot is coming out soon, and so of course they're going to push that hard through the summer with all the Phineas and Ferb characters and everything. So that's exciting. I believe all of these characters have been available in the past for meet and greets, but they haven't been around for years. So it's like new, not new, returning stuff. We'll talk about this now because we've never really talked much about it because we just still don't understand a lot about Disability Access Service, but they have extended the validity period. If you are approved for Disability Access Services, it now is good for 1 year. So like if you come back from the parks within 1 year, you don't have to be reapproved. You just get to do it again.
Yeah.
That's, I think, the only thing they fixed about it so far.
I hope they've approved more people than 2.
I don't know. One interesting thing that is, I don't know why they did it, but it's cool, is that they added a new chocolate sculpture in the Grand Californian, correct?
Yeah, sorry.
You wrote DCA, it's
no,
Grand
Californian.
And it's all to celebrate the start of Donald's Tales of Adventure dinner at Storytellers Cafe. I've seen it. It looks
cool.
pretty cool.
Cute.
I was just, the whole time I'm like, what an interesting reason to create a chocolate sculpture. But okay.
Yes.
We'll go with it.
And then also in the Grand Californian, they have a 70th medallion thing above the fireplace, and people are freaking out about how horrible it is. I saw a picture when I was doing this. It's really cool. So
it's because it's not super colorful like all the other ones, but it
would look weird in the.
It matches the colors of the Grand Californian lobby.
The brown.
So a lot of people are like, why is this not colorful? Like, because they wanted it to blend in with the lobby.
Grand Cal is brown.
And then last thing, if you've been to Disneyland recently and you went to Adventureland and as soon as you enter right by a tiki room, you're like, why are there just constant construction walls?
Because there were for 2 years.
For 2 years, they were working on the fountain that was there in front of the restrooms, and they had to put signs on these walls to let people know, no, the restrooms are actually open. We're not closing the restrooms. We're actually just working on the fountain.
And the men's one specifically, you're like, where
because
is
it's
it?
It's behind the fountain. Well, now the walls are finally down. It only took them 2 years, but they finally finished the new fountain.
Why would it take 2 years to do a fountain?
Don't know. I'm wondering if it's because they could only work on it like at night, and they only had I'm sure they had other things that were higher priority.
It also hopefully will alleviate a little bit of the congestion that is in Adventureland because
a little bit.
That area is so busy.
The fountain does look cool, though.
Yeah,
I do approve.
I saw the picture.
It's very, very, very different than what they had there before, but it's still really cool.
Yes.
So I'm like, all right, thumbs up on that one. That was a good idea. That is the news. That's everything.
And that's the way it is.
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Cronkite.
You're welcome.
So let's talk about MagicBands. And in case you're wondering, these are officially called MagicBand Pluses at Disneyland,
yes.
not just MagicBands.
So, there were MagicBand 2 at Disney World. You can still use those at Disney World, but you cannot use them at Disneyland.
They now have the MagicBand Plus. This is the only one you'll see in California. If you are from the East Coast and you have a whole bunch of MagicBands, only your MagicBand Pluses will work at Disneyland. The advantage is, if you do have a MagicBand Plus, you can use it at Disneyland. You can use the same exact band at Disneyland, Walt Disney World, and on Disney Cruise Line. They call them Disney bands, but that's just because they can't call them MagicBands.
There's a trademark issue.
There's a trademark issue internationally. So they call them Disney bands.
If you're a Californian and you've seen these and you're like, what? I don't get it. But you are even remotely thinking of staying at Walt Disney World on property, it will be very helpful to buy one because you can use them at the resort if you stay on property to get into your rooms at Walt Disney World. So it seems like a lot of people in California just don't know what they are.
Yeah, because they haven't been, at Disney World, they've been there for years.
Yeah.
And so people are getting have become used to them. Even if they don't use them, they know what they are. So, that's an interesting thing about it. I'm just looking at something. Why? What's going on? Oh my goodness. Okay, something that you wrote down that actually they've changed and we need to let people know. So in the past, MagicBands used to be non-transferable, meaning that once you linked them to your account, you couldn't unlink them. Like they were basically useless at that point if you didn't want them anymore. They've changed it now in the app. You can reassign it to a different person.
Oh. Yeah, because when they used to do the Walt Disney World ones that were not the pluses and you would order them through your My Disney experience before going on your trip, they often had your name on it too.
Yeah.
And those I think still are not transferable. But that's good because these are kind of pricey and there's nothing individualized about them necessarily, unless you order the ones that have your name on it.
Now, I will say one thing about this that I just looked at it. It looks like you can reassign it to another person, but it has to be someone who you have their ticket linked to your account.
Makes sense.
So I don't know that you can just remove it from your account and sell it on eBay, but if you no longer want it, but you have a family member that wants it, you could link their ticket into your account and then you can assign it to them and they can use it.
That's a good idea.
It's still something.
Yeah.
Because they used to not allow you to do that at all.
That's a good thing.
So there's something. Okay, you wanted to talk about the different types that there are.
Yeah, so when you go and buy them, that it's the same thing as when they have certain pins or certain items and it says lavender costs this much and chartreuse costs this much.
It never says chartreuse because no one would pronounce that one.
And light lavender costs, they have different colors, but I'm just making fun. So it'll be, I think they start at like $40, but then they go up to about 60.
I think it starts at 35 or 40.
Yeah. So they have like very basic ones, just different colors of the rainbow. They are cute.
Some of them, have you noticed, actually they're plain, but they have like a gradient to them.
Yep. There's like super sparkly ones, so you can match your absolutely horrible looking sequined hat.
Yeah, just nothing but glitter on it.
They don't like, the glitter doesn't come off.
No.
It's still like, yeah,
But it's very glittery.
But it's very glittery. And then they have so many different characters. They have different rides. They have different movies themed. Star Wars, Marvel, everything. So it's really cool. And they do come out with them fairly regularly when I'm on
There's
Facebook.
a reason I have way too many of them.
Yeah, when they're on Facebook and there's like a Disney Store ad, I'll be like, oh my gosh, there's a new one already. And so, and they... what's cool is if you do go visit Disney World, there's like, you know, Tower of Terror themed or a Figment themed one or Epcot themed, but then you can still use it in Disneyland too. So there's so many of them.
So currently, and this will also count the ones that I have that I only use in Florida. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is sad. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
Yes, it is sad.
17.
I think you have more than me.
I have 17.
Where is this
is
at?
sad.
The MagicBand.
I should not have 17 of these, but I apparently have 17.
How do you find these again?
It's down a little ways.
MagicBand Plus.
So, and some of them we listed as limited edition. Those ones are actually fun because they'll have they come in a box.
I have
They're more
9.
collective.
Oh, 10, including my Disney Cruise one.
See, you have 10.
Yeah, not 17.
No. I know I have too many. I know I do. But that's why I said I do have some that I only use in Florida and some that I only use in California.
I don't do that because Figment is so cute. He is Universal.
Yes.
Well, not Universal. He's Disney. Oh, ba-doom-ching.
Okay. Let's talk about, so now we've talked about what they are, how you buy them. Let's talk about, you want to talk about how to activate them.
Yeah, so you buy them. The cast member will always say this is non-refundable. You can't return it.
Even if you've never used it, it's not refundable.
So it has the MagicBand, but remember, and often the cast members will remind you too, or if you don't know, there's a charger in it. So it's like this little thing that kind of wraps around it and has 2 prongs that will let you charge it. And then the other end's just a regular USB cable. And so you definitely want to charge it when you first get it. And while you're activating it, and you need to charge it every single day if you're going to be using it in the parks, because it does lose charge very easily, and you want to be able to have fun with it. We'll talk about the fun later. To activate it, it should already be on, I think, but you have to
They're usually already on.
Push the back button once just to make sure.
There is a single button.
Yeah, just
press it.
one button. And then you go into your app, the Disneyland app, or Disney World, actually. They all link together.
Actually, you can do it in any one of them now, and the apps, shocker, they actually communicate with each other.
It didn't used to do
It
that.
will automatically link them to all of your Disney accounts.
So you go to like your little hamburger, like 3-striped thing, and it goes, you have to go all the way down.
It's under account.
Yeah, it's under account. There's my profile linked to account, and then MagicBand Plus. So it'll show the ones you have linked if you have any, but then in the upper right, there's the plus thing to add a new one. There's 3 ways you can add a new one.
Well, no, let's just talk about this one. The easiest way is to tap it because everyone's phone basically nowadays can tap.
Oh, that's true. I guess it's the only way to do.
Yeah. So you just tap your MagicBand to the back of your phone.
For iPhones, I did not know this for the longest time, and I guess now with Tap to Pay, you might know, but the tapping thing is at the very top of the phone. It's not like right in the middle.
For Samsung, it's actually in the middle.
Yeah.
So anywhere in the upper half on a Samsung.
So you click the open scanner to link. It'll say tap your MagicBand. It taps it. It says, okay,
and
it's
from that
already
point
activated.
on, I will tell you, just to save on time, from that point on, it gives you step-by-step instructions on what to do in the app.
Yep.
Including like how long to press the button to get it to link to your phone, everything.
Yeah, you want to do it for Bluetooth purposes too. Yeah.
So just, it will give you step-by-step instructions. There is a good chance that it will also want to update your MagicBand immediately.
Good idea to do that.
Just do that. It doesn't take more than 5 minutes.
No.
That's the longest it's ever taken me. In fact, sometimes it's done in like a minute and a half.
You have to keep it with you.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's how you activate it, and then it's in your app, and you can have it. So
one thing that I will say, and this will help with charging it and helping it to maintain a charge, at the end of the night, turn it off. The way you turn it off is you press and hold the button till the end of time.
it's like 5 seconds, I think.
It will go red, and then slowly the red will disappear, and that means that it is now off. And when you turn it off, it stops using the battery power. It makes it last a little bit longer.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that it turns off.
Personally, I don't. I just charge it every night. But yeah,
I still
that is
charge
the
it
best
too.
thing. Yeah.
But it does make it where just in case you forget
You
to.
charge it either way. If you're wondering, is mine on, you can tap on it pretty hard, like 2 or 3 times.
It's like two taps on it.
2 large taps, and it'll start
usually
light up.
It'll light up.
Yeah.
Because they also have their own like unique light pattern or color pattern.
Which you can change on your phone too.
Mm-hmm. In terms of how to use them, they're really super simple. You just put it on your wrist, and you
can make it smaller, but for kids, there's like a
you can rip
outer
off.
part that like it looks like a line, and you're like, why is this line here? You can rip that part off and make it smaller for kids.
Now, keep in mind, it's one-time use only. Once you rip that off, you cannot put it back on.
Nope.
So once you've made it a child's MagicBand Plus, it will forever be a child's MagicBand Plus.
And be careful. I've had it happen when I'm like putting my backpack on or accidentally like rub it against me. It can fall off. Not super easy, but
I found that it's like when it's brand new, it's more likely to fall off because it wants to stay straight because that's how they packaged it.
It's not curved.
But the more that you use it, the more it wants to stay curved. And so you can even store it that way. That's how I would recommend it. And then it gets used to being in that shape and it's less likely to happen. But be careful with that. The only thing you have to worry about is that when you come to a tap point or touch point, it's always a circle that has lights around it. You just tap in the middle of that. You put the center disc, line up with the center of that touch point.
It'll make it
and
noise,
light
like
up.
the
And usually
noise.
it also will then
Make yours
vibrate.
buzz. Yep.
And then you know, I used it.
It not only lights up, it has haptics with it, which are
Yep.
helpful.
So that's really all you need to do. And then with a cast member, or you just show them if they have their phone out and are ready to tap something, you just hold out your hand. They'll tap it with their phones. It also works.
I think while you're activating it too, you have to link it to a ticket. So if you have like multiple tickets in there, you have to know which one's yours and make sure it's with you.
Yep.
And so it's one person per MagicBand. You can't, you can't swap like at that time unless you evidently now deactivate or like switch the.
Just it's
possession
one
of it.
person for every MagicBand.
Yep.
This is actually, I think, great now for the new taps. Well, we'll talk about it in a little bit because now it leads us into the next thing: what you do with them.
Yeah.
What's the purpose of having a MagicBand versus just using your ticket on your phone?
Yep.
So first of all is admission. It does count as your admission ticket. So when you go up to the tap styles, you instead of scanning your ticket underneath the screen, you can just tap your MagicBand on the touch point on the tap style, and it will do everything because you don't have to scan anything. It's now just it reads it off of that. This is super handy, I think, now that they have these new gates with children, because they will think it's cool that they have their own little bracelet. Even if all you can do is keep it on them long enough to use it at the gates, then they go up and they get to tap their own. Then they get to go through like on their own through the turnstile, and it's a really cool little thing for them.
Yeah, when it used to, before these, when just the cast member used like their work iPhone thing or whatever it wasn't quite as magical because there's either scanning it or taking a picture or just tapping it. But yeah, it's really cool now.
They get to tap it themselves.
Yep.
And then if you're like, they're never going to keep it on, you can gather it for them at that point if you want. But I think that even just then, it makes such a huge difference.
And I think they're more likely to keep it on, especially if you let them choose, like, hey, you can choose any one of these. Like, what's your favorite character? So, yeah.
I know every child's different, but that's just something that I think for a lot of kids it can work. If you are planning on using the Lightning Lane Multipass, use this to claim or to redeem your Lightning Lanes. Your Lightning Lane passes. So when you go up to the scanners, you might be used to sliding your phone into the little slot. Above that, where it would always turn green, instead, tap your MagicBand right in the middle of it. It'll do the exact same thing.
So nice. So easy.
Super convenient. It really does go faster. I'm not kidding. And because everyone has their own, you just tap, go.
Yeah, plus you don't have to because what if the cell service is spotty? What if your phone isn't charged all the way? Like, it's just right there.
Yeah. You don't have to search for it. You just walk up and you just tap and you go.
Thankfully for both of those. So this is just the fact that the MagicBand Plus has an RFID chip in it. If you happen to forget that it didn't charge, you can still get in. You can still redeem your lightning lanes. It still like taps. It just won't light up or buzz.
So yeah, that chip doesn't require the battery to be charged. It will still do this stuff. Also, if you use a virtual queue, I know right now that's only valid for World of Color, but if you're using a virtual queue, you actually can redeem your virtual queue with your MagicBand. You just hold out your MagicBand to the cast members who are scanning everyone with their phone, and they will tap it. And then they're like, okay, you're good to go. Sometimes they're like, I've noticed some of their cast members are like, just pull out your ticket. Will you just pull out your ticket? And if you tell them, like, I know you can scan it, they can scan it. They really can.
I know what you can do, ma'am.
They really can. I think some of them just get lazy. Also, one thing we forgot to write down, if you have the PhotoPass, which was also part of the MultiPass.
That's true.
PhotoPass photographers would actually prefer to use your MagicBand because it's so much easier for them. They just tap your MagicBand with their phone, and the photos are instantly linked to your account. It's super convenient. Instead of you having to pull out your phone, I've got my PhotoPass code, just give me a second. Nope, just hold out they love it when they see that you have a MagicBand. They're like, oh, this is going to be so easy.
Yep.
So great.
Yeah, forgot about that one. Thank you.
Also, so I'm just going to go out of order of what we wrote down, but rides and shows. Certain rides, the MagicBands interact with the ride. Most of these rides, it's like at the end of the ride, it will light up, like the Haunted Mansion. We taught you before, if you get off the Haunted Mansion at the very end, it lights up red and does like a heartbeat.
Love Dub with so
and you get off Space Mountain, it's like it's shooting stars through there. I've noticed
Pirates is like gold and
shimmering gold.
Yeah.
The Incredicoaster, we hadn't noticed for the longest time. It has like a red circle that goes around. Guardians of the Galaxy has these purple and green lights. Mm-hmm. So most of them are like that, but some of the newer rides, they actually have interactive features on the ride, including the biggest one is Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Yep. As you're just going through,
all through the ride, it will light up.
Just random lighting up.
Different things. And it's it's thematic. It's part of that section of the ride. So it's a lot of fun. One of
my favorite things of MagicBand Pluses are that for every fireworks show, every World of Color, Phantasmic as well.
Some parades.
When there's like a cavalcade going by, it'll randomly buzz. And especially at night, like during a fireworks show, or even if it's just like a projection show, it's so fun. We usually will just like hold ours up to each other and just like dance around with just the arm.
A lot.
It's a dumb little thing, but especially when it's buzzing, it just gets you more into it.
But they get very specific, because during Mickey's Mixed Magic, there's lyrics that say "rocket from the east side, rocket to the west side," and if you look at the lights on your MagicBand, it goes from the right to the left.
Yeah.
In time with the music. So it's really kind of cool.
It's really,
and you might think, like, why do I need that? I'm like, it's just kind of a fun
It's just
thing.
fun.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how much you actually enjoy it. They also have other interactive, what they call activations throughout the parks that they've been adding in. They've had them for a while, like ever since they really added the MagicBand.
Yeah, there's Big Al already.
Well, yeah, so they've had other things, and now these are the ones that are currently there, and they change all the time.
Yeah.
So Big Al, if you don't know who he is.
He's one of the Country Bear Jamboree guys, the large one.
He is right now in front of Grizzly River Run.
Yeah, so when you're walking by, if you feel your MagicBand Plus buzz, I thought it used to be, or I thought it was just that you wave. Technically, it's easier if you put your arm in a circle, and then you'll feel like a long buzz, and then you'll hear him go.
He will turn on. And there's the same thing on the other side of Grizzly Peak by the
DVC.
The DVC Welcome Center.
Yep.
There's a Mickey there with suitcases. If you walk past him, you'll also feel your MagicBand vibrate, because it's saying, like, hey, if you move your hand in a circle, you're going to create magic. Something's going to happen.
Disney World has a lot of these too, so it's just fun. The Mickey one, I like to. I don't think it scares people, but it's kind of like takes them by surprise when they're getting a picture with him, and then he's like, "Oh, he made noise." That was me.
There's a bunch of other things now that they've added in as part of the 70th anniversary celebration that I didn't know about. We didn't know about last week when we did this. In each of the original 5 lands of Disneyland, They are actually, people have not been paying attention to this part. They paid attention to the fact that it's the 5 original lands, but they haven't been paying attention that they have to do with the opening day attractions. Some of them, not every single one of them, but some of the opening day attractions. And some of them now are just interactive and they're kind of fun. They do things, and other ones actually give you a free souvenir with it. So on Main Street, does everyone have a paper and pencil? Take notes. So on Main Street, one of the opening day things was the Main Street Cinema. So if you go up to the ticket booth at the Main Street Cinema, you're going to see a little MagicBand touch point underneath Tilly, that's her name. And you go and tap there, and you actually get a ticket to the cinema. It comes out, which is fun. In Adventureland, it's for the Jungle Cruise. Because again, opening day attractions. It's the only opening day attraction in Adventureland. So it's on to the right of the entrance of the Jungle Cruise.
Kind of by Indy.
A little bit, between there. Okay. There's another little door immediately to the right of the entrance. And if you go in there, you're going to see a set of lockers, and they're supposed to be the skipper lockers. Well, one of them has a touch point. Mm-hmm. Touch there, and you get, I think it's a ticket for the Jungle Cruise, I think is what it is.
That's fun.
Then in Frontierland, they have 3 of them, and it's by the entrance to the Golden Horseshoe. I think this is why it was behind Scrim while we were there. Because they built this whole huge thing for it. It looks like it's a ticket booth. And there's 3 different ones, and you get different tickets for each of them. I think one of them says it's for the Golden Horseshoe. Another one is for something else in Frontierland. One of them is a ticket to the Mark Twain. Those are all opening day attractions.
I'm assuming this doesn't have a scanner if you want to use your phone.
No, you have to have a MagicBand.
Good thought, Disney.
Yep. You can't do this if you don't have a MagicBand. Then the other ones, I don't believe you get anything free, but they're just interactive, but they're fun. In Fantasyland, if you go inside the castle, the pathway to Frontierland is where it's at, in that little closed off section of where you say, you'll see it says,
Boutique
Yes, by the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. You go in there, and there's 5 different activations, and there's these little shields, and it's one for each of the original 5 attractions in Fantasyland. Snow White, Peter Pan, the Mad Tea Party. These aren't all the opening day attractions. There were actually more. King Arthur Carousel and Mr. Toad. And so when you tap at the corresponding touch point, the shields open up. And there's this little animated, 2D animated thing that that's related to the ride.
That's fun.
They're super cute. I've watched them. This is adorable. Love this.
This is giving me vibes of Hong Kong with those interactive things.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing. The only one that I don't know what it does, because no one has actually talked about it yet. I know, but we assume it's just going to be interactive and not something you get from it. It's in Tomorrowland. If you didn't know, there is one opening day attraction in Tomorrowland.
Autopia.
It's the Autopia. So it's across from the entrance of the Autopia. And it looks just like the Autopia, except it has 70 in that Autopia font.
You mean Star Tours wasn't an opening day attraction?
It was not. No.
George Lucas is a 4-year-old?
Yep. I don't know what they do, but that's where it's at. It's the only one that no one's been talking about, and I think it's because you don't get anything out of it, and so everyone's more talking about the ones where you get free stuff. And why wouldn't you talk about that? Because it's fun. So those are the interactive features that are around Disneyland currently. They change all the time, and seasonally too.
Yeah. They're fun. So you don't need them, obviously, but we're just trying to extol the virtues of it and at least say why, if you're thinking about it, why what it can do for you, why you should get one.
And people have asked us all the time, are they going to use them for the keys in the hotels? That is their plan. I don't know when that's going to happen, but that is the plan. They want to. It's just...
I am honestly confused as to how... Because maybe I don't understand the technology well, but since it's an RFID chip, that's the same as if they just stick one of their cards on their little scanner
I think the problem is... then they'd have to do it with every single one of your MagicBands. Yeah. And they don't want to do that. So at Disney World, when you check in, the system that keeps track of your tickets and your MagicBands is connected to the system that keeps track of your resort reservations.
Yeah.
At Disneyland, those don't talk to each other very well yet. And because I think that's what they're trying to figure out how to do effectively, because they used to just never talk to each other at all because they didn't have to. And they've been slowly adding in features that they should talk to each other, but they still don't. And that's why Magic
That
Bands
makes
don't
sense.
work yet.
Yeah, but if you only had one, it would be like, well, why can't you just scan this? Well, I guess not.
I'm sure they'll say no. But they are working on it. It's just not there yet. But do look forward to the day that will happen by Disneyland's 100th anniversary.
Yes. I think they're fun. I try to wear a different one each day, sometimes coordinating with what I'm wearing.
It becomes a fashion accessory, really.
Yeah.
That's why I have 17. That's a fashion accessory.
Yes. So at least check them out, and they often have cast members around to like answer questions. They did very early. I haven't seen them lately, but yeah, because there's like, why are people not buying these? Well, you have to kind of tell people why they need to buy them.
I think they tried for a time, and it hasn't taken off as they had hoped. But they're still pushing for it. They still want people to do it because it's just more convenient for them. It makes things so much easier for them. Because they can also eventually get to the point like they can do photographs, like ride photos, like they do at Disney World. Mm-hmm. At Disney World, they just say keep your Magic Band or your key. I think even if you had your Key to the World card on you. I don't think they call it that anymore.
Yeah, whatever. There's
the ticket. They can actually link your attraction photo automatically to your ticket because they scan it on the ride. They can sense it on the ride.
It's an RFID sensor on the ride.
So it makes it easier for them. They would love to get to that point at Disneyland. They are not yet, but they are working on it.
Yeah. So just something to think about. We don't get any kickback by selling them or anything.
No,
so
I just think they're fun.
I just think they're fun. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook to see what we're doing. And we're going to Pride Night soon, so that'll be fun.
In about a month. Yeah. No one else that we know of is going on that night, but
whatever.
We are.
Only 2 nights, and people we know are going the other night.
If you haven't done so yet, make sure that you get your tickets through our friends at Getaway Today. They're super great to work with. I don't know what the specials are that they have going on right now.
I've gotten emails. They're really good. So it's like really low prices.
Yeah, they always have something going on. It just changes all the time. So I'm not saying like, oh, they're really expensive. It's just their deals change frequently.
There were even like specific hotels that if you book that one, like really, really good discounts. So
click the link on the description and take a look what they've got.
Peruse their website.
And then make sure that you subscribe to the podcast. You get new episodes as they drop. And then we will see you guys next week after Memorial Day.
In June, right? Or no,
it'll still be May.
It'll still be May. That's right.
For the tiniest little bit, I think.
May is lengthy. It's one of those 31-day month things.
Unlike a friend of ours who recently thought otherwise. Anyway, so we will see you guys then.
Bye.
Bye.